everybody and welcome to day one of Jumpstart January. We're super lucky because after no doubt a few indulgences last night, the 1st of January has fallen on a Sunday, which means we get to have a lovely Sunday stretch. 5 different stretches, some are dynamic, some are static, different adaptations, so I'm going to talk you through those now. We're going to start with a simple cat-cow or cat-camel. You may find that you want to get something to pad out under your knees, so maybe a cushion or a towel or a yoga mat or whatever. If you need some extra cushioning under your knees, go for it. You're going to position yourself, knees directly under your hips, knees hip width apart, so not too close together and not too far apart. Hands directly under the shoulders, and all you're going to do is as you breathe in and out, you're going to go from an arched back where you look up and then reverse it into this direction. And you can do it if you're a yogi, you breathe in as you tuck, you breathe in as you extend up and breathe out as you go this way. If you're a chiropractor, you follow the other opposite direction. So you can breathe in and out as you choose. But essentially what you're doing is I want you to think about the movement coming more from the chest and between the shoulder blades than the low back. It's really common to focus this on arching the low back. That's not what we're going for. We're really focusing on arching through that mid-back area. So as you breathe out, look up, really think about widening your collarbones at the front as you bring the chest forward and lift the head. Breathe out and round all the way, pushing up between your shoulder blades. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Again, most of the motion in the mid-back, not the low back. Adaptation wise, just really take this one to the level that feels comfortable, and remember to pad out the knees if you need to. The next one we're going to move on to is a nice twist. Twists of the body really help detoxify our blood, so no wonder why I'm throwing a couple of twists in today. So we're going to go from this position. Oh, and by the way, with the cat-cows, that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to do 31 of those in total. And then the next exercise, you're going to take the right arm and you're going to thread it underneath the left, dropping that right shoulder onto the floor. The left arm extends out, and you'll just feel a nice stretch and twist through your mid-back. If you want to add a little bit more intensity, you throw your hips over towards the right side, just adding a little bit more of a stretch. And you're going to hold that for 10 breaths here. Deep breaths, really think about the rib cage expanding lower down. So when you breathe, think about the rib cage lower down here. Imagine you've got an elastic band around it. And as you breathe in, that elastic band expands. As you breathe out, it contracts. And that's the breath that you're looking, lower rib cage breathing. From that position, after your 10 breaths there, you're going to come to the middle. Keeping your bottom high, you're going to slide your hands all the way forwards and drop your head towards the floor. This is really going to stretch out those shoulders. So bottom high, shoulders drop down. And again, 10 nice deep breaths there. You're going to come back up to all fours, thread the left hand underneath, right hand goes up, and then the left hips push that way. Hold that for 10 deep breaths. So you're going to do 10 breaths this way, you're actually going to do 11 breaths this way, and then 10 breaths this way. So that's 31 breaths in total. For exercise 3, we're then going to move on to walking the dog. So you're going to go into a downward dog position. The hardest, the most intense version is a full downward dog, and this is where your hands are on the floor, underneath your shoulders. You go into sort of a plank position and you push your hips up into the air. So side view, plank position, bottom goes up into a downward dog. Now to walk the dog, you simply bend one leg and then bend the other leg. And that counts as 1. So 1, 2, oh no, I'm destroying my mum's foliage. And then you've got a few more. So that is the hardest version. 1, 2, take your time, breathe with it. You'll really feel that stretching the hamstrings and the calves. Try not to let the back round too much. I'd rather the knees are bent and the spine is straight, and maybe you're up on your fists and you're doing this. If you just find that too intense, grab a chair or anything and put your hands onto the chair and do the same from there. That will just be slightly less intense, but you'll still get a good stretch. So that is walking the dog. 31, if you want to be totally symmetrical, throw an extra one on the end to make it 32. Then the last 2, we're going to do for a 2-for-1 stretch. This is one of my favourite stretches because it really tackles the hamstrings and the hip flexors. You're going to come down into a lunge. Again, pad out that underneath knee if you need to, and always feel free to have something like this handy for stability, because wobbling around is good for core control, but also it just gives you that little bit of peace of mind that you've got something there if you need it. And all you're going to do is keeping the bottom tucked underneath, and imagine you're scooping the buttocks underneath. You're going to push the hips forward into a lunge. You can have the toe flat or you can have it curled, depending on where you feel better stretched, totally up to you. Curl underneath, and then you're going to push back into a hamstring stretch. Again, keeping that spine nice and long. It may be too hard for some of you to keep that on the hands on the floor without rounding the spine. No worries, just have your stabilizer there so you can hold on to that, or alternatively just keep your hands on your leg. And you're going to rock forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do that 16 times on each leg. So that will take us up to 32. Don't rush through it. Really take your time. Really think about keeping your hips nice and square. Woo! Hips square, so they stay nice and square. They don't open out as you're twisting. And then as you come back, pull that toe up. And again, but really just take your time with these stretches. It's getting into those hips, getting into those hamstring and hip flexors. So really, really enjoy it. And obviously then 16 on the other side as well. The last one, which is a really great twist, and it's really going to help detoxify the body. It's nice and simple. You're going to lie on your chest, lie on your back, bring your left knee up to your chest, hug it right in towards your chest. Take your left arm, take it out to the side as you roll the left knee over. And then you're going to turn your head to look towards the left. And that is a full twist. And again, you're going to hold that there for 10 seconds. 10 seconds there, back to neutral. 10 breaths here, back to neutral. 10 breaths, squeezing knees to the chest, and then 10 breaths, taking the left leg over, right knee, and right head to the right, and arm to the right. Some of you will find that that's just a little bit too intense. So to bring it down a notch, instead of extending one leg out, I want you to keep both knees together, both hands out to the side, and just roll the legs together over to the side, looking to the left. And then when you're back, do your 10 breaths in the middle, and then go to the other side for 10 breaths as well. In fact, we're going to make the middle one 11 breaths to make it the full 31. With this, as you pull your knees in towards your chest, you may find that you're here, you may find that you've got your knees all the way in. Wherever you're at, try and make sure your shoulders flatten to the floor and your buttocks flatten to the floor. You're trying to elongate the spine as you pull the knees to the chest. So there's no rounding, there's no baby poses, it's full flat back to the floor. If that means your knees are here to achieve that, it's perfect. That's exactly where you're meant to be. So that, my friends, is our day 1 of Jumpstart January. A nice gentle ease into our muscles and a little introduction slowly into the month ahead. So really work on that, getting that spine moving. That will set you up beautifully for tomorrow's full body workout. Have a great day, everybody, and a very, very happy new year to you all. Bye.